Hey guys, welcome back. Reese peanut butter cups is enjoyed very much at our home. So one day after I had indulged and demolished the whole packet, I came up with the recipe of enjoying it at home. Peanut, chocolate, burfi or milk fudge. It is my way of ensuring an endless supply, and plus all the ingredients used in this recipe are easily available in any supermarket. Not much time is required slaving away in the kitchen, and it's a make ahead dessert that keeps well for at least a week, and that is only if you can keep your hands off it. So let's get cooking. We start off by first adding milk into a heavy bottom pan. Now whenever you're actually warming up milk, always put it into a heavy bottom pan because it holds the heat quite well. I like to use a non-stick pan because it's much easier and also doesn't stick at the base. So in a pan, add milk and add the sugar and mix it together onto a low heat till the sugar just begins to dissolve or melt through. Once the sugar is dissolved, then goes in the milk powder. In India, they basically cook the milk, or they add khoya or the dried milk, which you get like a lump formation, which is very difficult to get. But this is a very simple recipe using products which you can easily buy from the supermarket. So milk, sugar, peanut butter, milk powder, these are very easily available. Now you cook the milk and the milk powder together till all the milk is absorbed by the milk powder and it becomes into a nice smooth thick paste. At this stage, you add in the peanut butter. I'm adding approximately 3 tablespoons of peanut butter, but if you want a stronger intense flavor, you can actually up the content of peanut butter. I have shared a recipe of a peanut butter in the past, a very simple way to make peanut butter. If you have that, please go through it and use that, or you can also buy ready-made peanut butter. But I promise you, it is such a simple recipe to make peanut butter that once you get the hang of it, you will never buy store-bought ones. Once the peanut butter is mixed with the milk powder mixture, keep it aside to come to a slightly cooler temperature but still warm. And in the meantime, we grease a baking tray. So grease it quite well because the fudge or the burfi will not stick at the bottom of the tray. So well greased baking tray, and then you spoon in all the peanut butter fudge or the burfi on top of that. And with your rubber spatula, or if you have a spoon or flat spoon, use that to spread the burfi or the fudge all across smoothly onto the base. This will need to rest for approximately 30 minutes for the fudge or burfi to get slightly firm and hard. There, this is all set to be kept aside now. Then we move on to the second part of the burfi, which is going to be the chocolate burfi. Again, we start off in the same pan. Don't need to clean the pan, just add the milk and add the sugar on a low heat. Bring it to a boil. The sugar just needs to melt through and mix up with the milk. And like the first process or the first stage, you now add in the milk powder. Stir in the milk powder, but before that I'm going to add in a couple of teaspoons of dark cacao powder. This is unsweetened cocoa powder. It gives a very nice color. As this cooks with the milk and the milk powder mixture, you will see that the whole color of the whiteness of the milk changes into a dark chocolate brown color. Now if you want to add dark chocolate pieces in this which will melt through, which is perfectly fine, the choice is yours, but I just think that the cocoa powder works extremely well and also holds shape quite well for the burfi. Now this is a double layered burfi, but there's nothing stopping you from actually having a single layer had on its own. It's perfectly good. But trust me, the peanut butter and the chocolate on top really works like magic. Now you spoon in the dark chocolate burfi mixture on top of the peanut butter burfi, and again with your spatula spread it across very evenly on top of the peanut butter fudge or the burfi. Make sure it is evenly done. There are no air pockets or no lumps anywhere on top of the burfi. So there we have. Just make sure all the edges and the sides are quite filled up and there is no gap. Once it is nice and smooth on top, all you have to do is place some silver leaf on top of the burfi. You can have silver leaf or gold leaf, or if you do not have the leaf, doesn't matter, you can also have it without it. Sprinkle some dried rose petals. It gives a very nice flavor to the barfi. It gives a very nice color to the barfi, and also gives a certain kind of a texture. When you bite into the barfi with the particles of rose, it tastes quite nice. This is then again kept to cool down for 30 minutes, and then with the sharp tip of your knife you cut the barfi into 1-inch squares. If you want into a diamond or a lozenge cut, that is your choice. Whatever shape you want, you can now cut the barfi quite easily. And also remember, we had kept a lot of oil at the base. You could use ghee also to grease the tray, but that makes the tray literally non-stick. And once the barfi has set and cooled down, it becomes quite firm. The milk solids really become quite hard, and it's very easy for you to then take it out. Now, before you take out the barfi from the tray, run your knife around the edges of the tray to loosen the barfi from the edges. So always start removing the barfi from the edges, because it's much easier for you to then lift out the pieces of the barfi. You see how easily it comes off. And all you do is arrange them like a stack onto a tray to serve to your family and to your friends. Garnish with some more rose petals. And I also like to use milk chocolate balls, small tiny balls which are ready-made from the market, as a garnish on top. So there you have it. Very simple and easy way to make a peanut butter chocolate fudge or a barfi to be enjoyed with your friends and family. Make sure you try it at home and leave your comments on the section below. Bon appetit and happy cooking.